Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? We're so glad you're here. You have no idea. I'm so happy. Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week. Um, Tonight is Tuesday, January 9th, 2024. We're in our new year. Leo, run that promo, baby.
Yeah, I'm a big fish in a small pond. My day's free and my night's long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. I'm as famous, I'm as famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Who I am. Hi, you guys. By the way, I don't know if anybody knows but that song I co-wrote with Greg Schlotthauer, who is one of our dear friends and is a wonderful songwriter. We wrote that together many years ago, and it was in response to a friend of mine asking me, "Don't you wish you were famous by now?" And my response was, "I'm as famous as I want to be." And you know what? This is as famous as I want to be. Tuesday nights with you beauties. I'm so happy to be here. Look who has popped in. Oh my God. Of course, first, always, the A prize, best attendance, best promptness goes to D from D's Enlightened Edits. Danielle, we are always so happy to see you. Happy Tuesday, Maria and Leo. Danielle is a spiritual healer. She is a medium. She does spirit animal readings. She does past life regressions. She does amazing things. She talks to the other side, and she is one of the smartest people I have ever met in my life. When I talked to Danielle, which we had a nice catch up this week, I have to literally pull out paper and write stuff down. I'm like, what did you say? Oh my God, I have to write that down. So anyway, do yourself a favor and go to D's Enlightened Edits, Damsel Designs, DAMCL Designs.com. Go and check out Danielle's website. And I had the quantum session and the mini spirit animal reading, and they both blew my mind. And but I recommend whatever speaks to you, because that means that you're supposed to do it. Glad we all are here, cozy and safe, says Lori Towers. Oh my God, I almost said Lori Lawrence, which actually is important because we're doing a benefit soon. Lori Lawrence was a friend of mine that sadly passed away about 7 years ago. I'm sure she's here right now with us, and we are doing a benefit for her. So it's no coincidence that I would have said that. We're doing a benefit for Lori Lawrence's, because she was an avid volunteer, so much so that she was on New York One, probably the year before she passed away, as because of someone that did so much for Special Olympics, for Big Brother Big Sister, for so many groups she volunteered for. And so we are doing a fundraiser for Big Brother Big Sister. They have a Lori Lawrence Scholarship Fund, and that is
February 9th.
No, 8th, almost pretty close. So Thursday, February 8th at the Stonewall Inn. Doors open at 6:30, and 7:30 sharp is the show. And there's an amazing lineup. It's really cool people. The musicians are John Bronston, Michael Isaacs, Bill Goffey, and it's going to be Anthony Fett, me, Lavinia is making an appearance. Susan Campanero is making an appearance. Susan Gregory.
Two of them at the same time?
Yes. Can you believe it? They won't be in the same room, but because there's change.
No, that never works when they're in the same room.
Jay Rivera is going to try to come home for that. Jared Maharis is joining us. I'm trying to think who I missed, but a bunch of great. Melissa Driscoll is going to be there. So it's going to be really cool. We're going to have a lot of really cool, wonderful people that loved Lori and knew her, and really appreciated it. She used to come to every one of our shows. Lori Lawrence never missed an opportunity to support her fellow actors and singers, and especially if it was a benefit. So her best friend and I have remained really great friends, Erica Dubno. And so she's running the ticket sales end of it on Caring Bridge, and her friends are amazing. They pack the house. So if you'd like to come to a wonderful benefit, or you might not be able to come to it, but we have you want to donate something, like we're having a raffle we do every year. last year we raised $3,660 for a
Yay.
scholarship fund. Yeah, it was wonderful in one night. So we raffle off different items. If you are someone that has something you'd like to raffle off, and it would be, well, we'll do that as well. We'll offer it as an item. Leo, you remember that? Look at my background here. The wooden thing that says, "What's the story with Maria?" That's also cutting board.
Our chopping board.
Yeah, you bought me 2, and I saved
Mhm.
one, and I'm going to donate that. And I'm also donating an apron. I'm donating. The apron is going to come with its companion. Its companion calendar. So this is our Nothing But the Apron calendar. Oh my God, I know. That's, by the way, everybody.
I was flashing everybody.
I know, and everybody's fanning themselves right now. Woo! That is Nicholas Connell. He is Mr. January, and what a Mr. January he is. Look at him. He's so cute. When he sent me the pictures, he sent me 4 pictures. He's like, I hope they're okay. I said, Nick,
All 4 of them were okay.
All 4 of them were more than okay. So Nicholas is the musical director for Titanic on off-Broadway, and he is also the co-creator of that show. So please go and see Titanic. I hear it's hysterical. It is beyond hysterical. So go and check Nicholas out live and in person. He will be there. And so it's only $10. I just reordered some. I haven't gotten them yet, but I will any day. But I do have a handful still on me. I always have them with me when I work at the Duplex on Wednesdays and when I work at Brandy's on Fridays and Saturdays, as well as the Stonewall on Monday night. So if you're in the neighborhood of any of those places, please stop by. If you can't get there and you want me to mail it to you, I'm happy to do that. It's $10 plus $3. Let's just say 3, shipping and handling, because that's what it ends up costing, the mail and all that. So, but you're going to love it. And on the back is everybody. All the months. So there it is. Also, I spy Richard Skipper. Hi, sexy. Look who's there. Hi, Richard. How are you, my love? Good to see you, Richard. And I'm sure Danny is close by. Danny's Richard's husband, who I adore. So hi to Danny. Hi to Richard. We love Richard. And just follow Richard also. Go to Richard Skipper Celebrates. He is always doing amazing, amazing things. Interviews, all kinds of things. I mean, if we were to list what Richard does, we'd be here all night. So go and check out Richard Skipper Celebrates. He's amazing. He's our friend. Rick Sudi Caritas. Oh my God, where's Rick? There he is. Hold on. Rick Sudi Caritas. Hello, love that song. Oh yeah, that's on my album. By the way, if you ever want to hear my music, you're welcome to just go to my website, mariagentili.com. Who, by the way, and you can hear all my music and you can download it if you like. Leo Rodriguez revamped and beautifully revamped my website. It is so state of the art. Please go and check it out. So I would be happy. Now, Leo, you also revamped your website recently.
Mm-hmm.
It's
and
gorgeous.
we just released Lynn Portis's website.
Oh my God!
Ago.
Wait, Lynn Portis,
genius.
Yes, who, by the way, is cranking out songs left and right.
Let me tell you. Oh, my goodness. We're waiting for the latest release.
She just wrote 3 new songs with Chauncey Dandridge that are dance songs. They're like club songs.
They are. They're good.
Amazing. Amazing.
I actually heard a pre-release of that song on WFMU.org.
No.
Mm-hmm. Somebody had some connections.
Somebody, you mean like Lori Towers and John Pietaro? Let's talk about our friends there at FMU. I'll have you do that because I know you listen live. I listen.
That's my Wednesday nights.
So go ahead.
There's not a lot to do on a mountain that closes at 9 p.m.
Right.
So when it gets dark up here, it's dark. And what do I get to do? I get to come home and cuddle with like my little kitty.
Oh my God.
She's over there.
So cute.
Over there. And I put on my WFMU.org, which usually starts off with some cranking rock, or some good jazz. So I'll start cooking, or if I'm doing paperwork, whatever, that's what I put on. And John Pietaro, who is a great historian of all these songs that he puts on, and Laurie Towers, who is a publicist and knowledge and gives him a little
I
not
love
just
it.
here and
I
there.
love
But
it.
I love. They're so funny together.
I love them both, and completely differently. Like
Yeah,
John is
and
like that Italian cousin guy that I grew up with, and Lori is like a badass babe that you're
we
like,
had
yeah,
we
I
had
want to
such a
be her
fun time
friend.
with what they were playing the other night that we were virtually salsa dancing to the music that John was playing. There was a whole bunch of us. Jill
Plus, they're
Crozen.
musicians. They're
Yes,
musicians. John is a drummer, and Lori is a bass player, and they're both amazing.
they're both amazing. It's just a great show. So if you've got
Yeah,
2 hours from 7 p.m. to the witching hour, well, my time 7 p.m. till 10. There it is till 12. So it's 10 to 12
I'm gonna
in
go
New
to my.
York.
Sorry, I am listening. I'm just trying to, because I
Get
watch
everybody
this on
on.
2 platforms. Hold on.
Hmm.
Because people type in on 2 different platforms. I don't want to miss a thing. I also see Annette Zito. Annette, I was thinking about you so much this week because
Golden Globes.
the Golden Globes, of course. And I did finally see Oppenheimer. Oh my God.
I haven't seen it yet, but I finally saw Barbie.
But Barbie's the best. I laughed my head off. I also cried. There's something about the Barbie movie that's really beautiful. And I'm telling you, and Ryan Gosling had me literally in stitches. So
Hi, Ro.
it's great. So go check out the Barbie movie. Go check out Oppenheimer. Oh my God. But that's the thing about Oppenheimer. You must give yourself 3 hours. It's
Hmm.
really intense. It's not something you watch in the background. You have to pay close attention. And when they say something, really, really hear it or write it down, because it's a history lesson. It's a huge history lesson. It's about, I won't tell you too much about what it's about, but it's during World War II, and it's about the hydrogen
Well,
bomb.
yeah,
And
if
it's
you know your history, you kind of get it.
yeah, and Einstein, and just really amazing. And every performance is outstanding.
And the lead
Outstanding.
actor won for
He
best
won for best
actor,
actor.
and
Yeah,
Downey Jr. won for his supporting role.
he was really great. They
I'm
were
glad he's
both.
back out there. I'm glad Robert Downey Jr. is
I
back.
love Robert Downey Jr. I am huge fan of his, especially because of his struggle with addiction and his literally phoenix rising comeback. And I love
He's one of
him.
those I don't know if it's a national treasure, but I love watching and being the same age as some of these actors because you see their growth
Yes.
from where they started out, and all the way through to his comeback, which is a great comeback, and see, he's wonderful. Oh, I also wanted to say another website that we just released, who has a sold out show coming back
Cool.
to Carolyn Montgomery, who is going to be
A
was that
Birdland.
Studio
I
54.
know that. And we have to book her before her show. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call her this week.
So
I
we
think
just did her website, and her website is up now too. If you want to go to
oh my God. I love Carolyn.
carolynmontgomery.net.
I love Carolyn Montgomery. And yeah, I noticed her show. As a matter of fact, I have to call her. I think I left next week open if she's available, because I think there's a lot going on right now. So many great artists. Okay, quickly before we bring on our very, very, very adorable.
Talk about snow melting.
Yes, Mel. But okay,
Mhm.
so Richard, we've acknowledged Richard. I want to acknowledge all our friends. Ed Kutu from Blade Salon, my friend from high school. We have remained friends for 40 years. I love him to pieces. Ed Kutu, he runs Blade Salon in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. If you're out there, get your hair did at Eddie's. Annette Zito, I want to talk to you about scheduling you for the Tuesday after the Oscars. Okay? Because Annette does this amazing menu. Maybe we'll have you. I don't know. We have to talk. We have to.
That just means I have to start watching more movies and be ready for her.
I know you got to be ready because Annette
You gotta be
knows her
ready.
stuff, and she's
Hi,
an
Alana Go
amazing
Boom.
chef. And Alana Go Boom. Oh my God, Alana Diaz, who we adore. She is at Stonewall tonight, and go and check out Alana. Alana's got pipes and personality for days, and she's just one of the funniest people you'll ever meet. I love Alana to pieces.
My buddy
Sandra-
Raul Hinojosa signed in, and who, when he came to New York, when I was there, made me take him and his wife to Stonewall to visit.
How cool
So
is
that's my
that?
buddy Raul from high school. My buddy
That's
from high school.
wonderful. Well, hello, Raul. Nice to meet you. Eugenia Mesa Dominguez. My honey is watching. She's
Choo-choo.
watching closely. I must
Hello,
be
Senator.
Yes, Senator Mesa. That's what Leo's always called her. Leo keeps saying it because Judy, she makes things happen.
If she was up there in that right now, some
Oh
people
my
would
God.
be they
Some
would
heads
be
would be rolling. Wait a
"Hmm."
minute. I can't believe this. My friend Frankie Udiciani from the north end of Boston, who runs Lucia's restaurant on Hanover Street, the best Italian restaurant in the north end, which is saying a lot because it's a little Italy of Boston. Frankie Udiciani, not only is he checking in, it's his birthday tonight.
Happy birthday.
And you know how I know that? Because he was my childhood friend. We went to grammar school together. He was my sweetheart, my best friend as a kid. His mother and my mother were amazing friends. He lived downstairs from me. And so his mother, would take us to school. My mother would pick us up, and sometimes they'd reverse. But he is a beautiful guy, and I never forgot his birthday because it's Richard Nixon's birthday as well. So I remember that it was like, oh my God, they have the same birthday. But happy birthday, Frankie. You are beautiful, always have been beautiful, and you shall remain a beautiful, beautiful guy in my life. I love
Cheers,
Frankie.
Frankie. Many
And
happy
if
returns.
you're in the north end of Boston, please go to Lucia's and tell Frankie Udiciani that I said hello and I love him. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Sandra Ricardo was my neighbor in Stoneham, and she is a beautiful, beautiful person. So I'd like to say hello to her. And Kenny Holcomb, holy moly, pipes, pipes, pipes.
Kenny said the same thing I felt with him. I wish I could be there with you guys on February 8th too, just to sing.
I know. Oh my God.
I suggested to Mr. Goffey, though, that there's a song that I think would go great with, and I suggested that he can take All About Love and you guys can perform it for
I love
your
it.
guests,
Well, that would be so great. Let's really try to make that happen. Kenny, I wish you were there too. Brian Johnson, my high school friend as well, who is an amazing guy, works for the Stoneham Police Department, and is also a great DJ. Congratulations. He just had 2 little grandchildren in addition to his already one. So congratulations. Let me see if I've missed any. I don't think so. Okay. We are ready.
Should we take a look at this wonderful actor's scene from
you're in charge.
From his movie coming up, and you take a drink and we will share.
I didn't know where to go anymore. I think you or Mom will want me. I'm so embarrassed. I even tried to kill myself. I didn't know what else to do. I was desperate. I didn't have any money. Stole money just to get a bus home. I know I'm not any good to anyone, Bailey. You're all I have left, and I don't know what else to do.
Wow. I was not expecting that. You should have told me. You made me cry. You made me cry. Oh my God, that was so powerful. Mel,
Hey.
so powerful. Wow. So tell us about your movie, honey. Wow, that was really intense, honey.
Hey, well, I didn't think we were going to intro on that. So yeah, hey Maria.
Hi, baby.
So yeah, that's the movie that just came out on Amazon Prime called A Wonderful Life, and it's actually filmed by Jeff London, who is a filmmaker. I made a movie with oh, thank you, Leo, for showing it. Everybody can go to Amazon and watch the movie. It's a beautiful film about these 2 guys who reconnect from high school, and I'm actually the long lost brother who's been homeless and strung out on drugs. And I won't sort of talk about what happens, but needless to say, Jeff wrote me, and we had made Best Day Ever together about 10 years ago, or no, 2015 maybe, and almost 10 years ago. And he called me up and he was like, I think I have a part for you, which is,
Wow.
Maria, just like, okay. And, I was so on, and then I read the script because I wasn't sure with scheduling and everything else. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I didn't want to be like that, but and then when I read it, I was just like, I have to do this because it's not just I'm very open about the fact that I've been in recovery for now 26 years, and I don't talk about which program or place or whatever, but I'm sober, and I really relate to the material, and also the issue of homelessness is something that has struck very close to me personally in the last several years. I've seen people become homeless and try to come. Now I'm going to get emotional. Try to come back,
Right.
and it's such a struggle. And I'm so glad that Jeff included that in the film. It's a beautiful film. He sort of specializes. He's got a little niche in the indie gay film world because he makes films about small town gays. Usually the films are about New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, something fabulous. And they're always like Best Day Ever was a couple of guys in Arizona, and sometimes it's Indiana. And so he specializes in the small town community, which is its own little culture. And the thing about it that's most interesting to me in his films is that they're very family based. They're about family or queer family. It's about that necessity for us to create family. So I love Jeff. I love his movies, and I'm so glad I got to be in this with this incredible cast. Ben Stober. Yeah.
And beautiful.
And sorry.
And Mel, I'm very open about my recovery too. And I got to just tell a little story quickly. Do you know how Mel and I met? We have the same sober anniversary.
We're twins.
We are sober twins. So on our day, I always wake up and I think I got to call Mel. So it's a special day. And, I'm a big fan of hanging in there. So Mel, I'm so proud of you. I mean, I was telling you before the show started, you are probably my most reoccurring, you and Kristen Piero.
Wow.
I think are my two most reoccurring guests.
Wow. Well, I'm like a yeast infection or something.
No, it's more like, like you keep doing great stuff and we want to hear about it. And what I love about you is you reach out to me and you're like, guess what? I'm working on this thing. And I'm like, come on. All right, great. Let's have you come on. So this is really cool. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, honey.
Yeah.
So we're working. You're working on. I mean, you finished that. That's complete. And please, everybody, Amazon Prime, A Wonderful Life. And then, what's happening with Here We Are? What's that?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, Leo's amazing. So Here We Are. That is that's like the sort of the main image. It's a film that we're actually finishing right now, or I should say, it's in what they call post-production. And it's a film that I started making with Emmy-nominated director Billy Clift. I actually co-wrote it with him and Will Jackson, my co-star. And originally it was just sort of specifically about racism in the gay community. And we started shooting it before 2019, before the pandemic, I should say. And then the pandemic shut us down. And then because of the pandemic, it sort of forced us to look at sort of the wider issues. So like my mother is played by Sally Kirkland. She's got a huge drinking problem and she's crazy. And then there's issues of, xenophobia. And there's like a lot of the stuff that's going on in our country right now.
Right,
it kind of comes out in the film. You
started making it in 2019.
Yeah, and then we had to, after the pandemic and things opened back up, we had to start shooting again, but we had to shoot sort of in pieces because not everybody was available. But Oscar nominee Sally Kirkland, Golden Globe winner.
I know you love her so much.
She's a dear friend, and I was very glad to have her in the movie. And Christina Lease from Chucky and 90210 and Chucky, the movies and also the series. And Will Jackson is my co-star and co-writer, and Billy also wrote it. So we're very proud. So we're hitting the festival circuit this year. So please look out. This is so exciting, Mel. Mel, this is so great. Now, you also elected one of the reasons that you have been on a show before
is because you and Terry Ray were in a show called Electricity that's been running forever in different places. So what
Yeah.
stage is that in right now?
So Electricity, we ran for basically we were based for 5 years in Palm Springs. And then we went to Minneapolis. We won Best Production next to Hamilton, alongside
Wow.
Hamilton.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like Best Touring Production, I should say. We went to, the show's been to Columbus and in Los Angeles, of course. And we've come to New York. Yeah, I think you saw it in New York as well.
I loved it. I loved it.
Basically doing backers auditions, trying to get it off Broadway. So we had to, that was the thing, we had to take a pause for the pandemic. And we have just this last season started the process of kind of getting back up on our feet. The good news is we haven't lost our investors. We just need some more. But I'll just say the show is about two gay men who meet up in a hotel room in 1983 at their 10-year high school reunion. And they meet up every decade, 83, 93, 2003, 2013. So you watch these two guys who actually met the summer of 69 at the summer of Stonewall in their freshman year of high school. And so it follows the generation that goes from the closet to equality. It's the Stonewall generation. And so you sort of see the transformation happen in their relationship. And also, it deals with the AIDS crisis. It deals with sex and alcohol and drug addiction. It deals with intimacy issues. And I have to say, Maria, you've seen the show, but when the younger kids see this piece, they go, I always thought it was for gay men, 40 years and up. And the gay kids, the LGBTQ queer kids see this piece and they're like, thank you for telling my story. They take ownership of it. It's really incredible. Yes. I'm
so interesting.
Yeah.
I love that.
So it's very exciting. Yeah.
So Raul, let me just, couple of people checked in. Raul says, I saw it in NYC. Wow, that's so amazing.
Yeah,
that's
thank
Leo's
you.
friend. Leo took us.
Leo, that's right. Leo came, and we were just doing a backers audition. You go to these things, you're just in a rehearsal room. We have some props and anyway.
It was beautiful. Oh my God. Also caught me off guard. Wow. And it's immersive. So not immersive. I'm sorry. It's not interactive, but you are in the room. It takes place in a very small space.
We originally did it in a hotel room, actually.
Yeah.
And that was so cool for me because, as an actor from New York City, I had I feel like I took acting classes in closets, you'd be little tiny rooms. And so it just made sense. And then we've moved into larger theaters. I was just telling Leo when we went to Minneapolis, we were in this huge space and we had to have microphones. And afterwards, there were the audience members were like, I felt like I was sitting like a fly on the wall.
Wow, exactly. That's it. Oh my God. That's what it is. Fly on the wall theater.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's brilliant, actually.
And Terry Ray, who wrote, not only do I, get to act with Terry Ray, who's a phenomenal actor, but he wrote the script. So, what's wild about it is I've been on both sides of the aisle. Usually I'm an actor, and now sometimes I also write. But I have to say, he wrote this, and it is such an honor and a privilege to be in somebody else's story. It's like being in somebody's dream. You're like, anyway.
Wow.
Can I take a step back for 1 second, Maria?
Sure,
I just want to talk about, was it Nicholas who's your January poster boy? Is that Nicholas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nicholas
so listen.
Connell. You know Nicholas?
No, but I think that now that he's making all the money. Oh, yeah. Now I know him. I think now that he's making all the money from Titanic, he can afford to buy some clothes.
Listen, he has fabulous clothes. I just asked him to take them off for this.
Okay.
And he was happy. I'm going to say this, and Nicholas will laugh if he's hearing this. He was the last one in because he was my last. I was like, Nicholas, if you don't send me your picture soon, I'm going to kill you because I have to send it off. And he was like, I know. Because he was in Europe. He was all over the place being working and stuff.
Well,
was
I
like,
saw Titanic, and it is incredible. And I'm killing myself now because Drew Droege was in town playing the part of the mom, and I missed Drew in the show. But it is just such a great show. I'm actually shocked that it hasn't moved to Broadway.
yeah, well,
and
maybe
I mean
it
that
will.
sincerely. Yeah.
You never know. But he's the musical director and also co-creator. So, but he wanted to do it, and he's from Massachusetts. That's where I'm from. So one night we were working together at the Duplex because he fills in there quite a bit. He's this great sub, and he works. I think he works there one night a week. But he said, "I want to be in your calendar." This was last year, and I was like, "Nick, all you have to do is I'll get you an apron and just get it done."
Well,
But
and like you were saying earlier, maybe Terry and I need to do it.
That's what I'm hoping, that you and Terry will do nothing but the apron shoot. You'll be one of the months. Believe it or
Totally.
not, 6 months are already filled up for next year, for 2025.
I'm working on my keto, so give me a minute, and by the time we open Electricity Off Broadway, I'll be back in. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be ready. So let me just check. A couple of people have checked in. Rena Cugnali-Berge, my cousin from Massachusetts. She has checked in. Also, Jennifer Pace, our friend from Brandy's. She also works at Marie's. Swing 44. She's an amazing singer, jazz singer, and big Italian personality. Frank Zahn has checked in. Hi, Frank Zahn. How are you, honey? I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, because I know. Oh, Johnny Tomorrow, also our friend Johnny Tomorrow, who you would love. He's a great actor. And speaking of shows that are coming to Broadway, knock on wood, the Dion story, The Wanderer.
Oh.
Johnny plays Dion's dad in it. I saw it at I just went blank on the out in New Jersey. I'll think of it in a second. But anyway, type it in, Johnny. Something play. Oh my God!
Paper Mill.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I was how could I forget that? Anyway, the Paper Mill Playhouse. We went, me, Susie, and my girlfriend. Judy,
Oh, Susie.
Susie Camp.
Susie.
I know.
I gotta
She's
see
in
her.
FLA right now, but she's coming home this week.
Okay.
Anyway, so I think we got everybody. Now, go ahead, honey.
Well, no, I was just going to say, I think you said earlier that Rick City Caritas is here, and that was the last sort of thing I wanted to plug.
Please.
I'm plugging all my stuff.
He's in here too.
He is? Where? I gotta see. See.
I'm giving away the whole thing, but anyway, if you swing by the Duplex, he is Mr. June.
What?
Cooking.
Wait, I am so jealous.
Well, I'm telling you, folks, these are only $10. They're smaller this year. They're only $10. Come swing by the Duplex, Brandy's, or Stonewall and get one from me. Or if you want me to send one to you, I will mail it out to you.
And I'm jealous because he also he broke up with me in this video.
Well, tell us about this video. Go ahead. I love it.
Well, Rick did this funny send up of a Christmas song. But all I want for Christmas is you gone. In other words, well, there's the video. And so I play his narcissistic boyfriend that he's sick of. And so
Christmas is you gone. Don't need a thing from Santa Claus, eBay or Amazon. All I want for Christmas is you gone.
Okay, here we go.
No more walking side by side in winter wonderland. You've been nothing but a pain in my prostate gland. It's gonna be a wonderful life from now on. All I want for Christmas is you gone. You're a selfish, vain narcissist who won't be missed a bit.
Oh my God, that's fantastic!
It's really funny. It's actually a very catchy song.
Where can we see that video?
Well, it's on YouTube right there. And actually, the psycho part about this, Maria, is that he has the LGBTQ version, and then I guess it's the hetero version.
Yes, he told me about that.
So that has Lupe in it, and Lupe. So when we shot it, we actually shot the two different versions at the same time. So she would do her take, I would do my take, and it was actually so much fun. But I have this secret theory about it where it's really about how he's a psycho, and there's the two of he's playing the two of us against each other.
Oh, you added a whole nother layer to it.
Yeah, that's the movie. Listen, I just want to brag on Rick real fast because I know we got to go, but he's had me do readings for him, and usually, he did the movie Walk a Mile in My Pradas, and oh, there he is. Oh, and we're going to be at the St. Petersburg Film Festival in Florida, and we won audience award in Silicon Beach, and it's been in Culver City, and it's been great. But Rick, like, he's writes all these comedies, and I've done bunches of readings for him. Just recently, about 4 or 5 months ago, he was doing a reading, and he called me up and he asked me. He wrote this like amazing drama, like this deep psychological thriller.
Wow.
So Rick is like incredibly talented, and I'm just like, anyway. So just getting to play with him and make this video so expertly directed by Carla Guy. I
love it. And we love Rick anyway. Rick's been on our show a few times, but you introduced me to Rick.
I did?
I think oh no, it was Richard Skipper. No.
Oh, because I met Rick through, I think, Michael Vaccaro, or maybe it was Terry Ray. I don't know. But
all these things cross. I met Rick through Richard Skipper.
See, I thought you guys knew each other in New York City.
No, we were on Richard Skipper's show the same day. And so we really hit it off, and then we like stayed corresponding, and I said, you should come on my show. And then he did, and then he had all these great things that were always happening. So I was like,
but somehow he got into the calendar before me.
All right. Just tell. Well, listen, that's the way it is. I know. So now, Mel, what month?
Love you, Mia. I love you.
What month would you like to be in 2025? I'm going to write this down.
August, because I'm a Leo.
Okay, August.
Yeah.
Mel, England. Okay, Mel.
Everybody has to say hi to Eartha Kitt.
Oh,
That's
hi, Eartha. Hello,
Yeah.
Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt. She was one of my favorite voices of all time.
Do the growl, Maria. Do the growl.
She was, after all. I loved her. I was fascinated with her as a kid because she was Catwoman. She was Catwoman on Batman.
She was the best Catwoman.
She was so scary.
Yeah.
The kitten. I love her voice. I love it. She's fantastic. Wait a minute.
What?
I almost forgot. How did I forget this?
What? I
met her at the Broadway Show League. I used to play in the Broadway Show League softball league. And of course I was, on a team, and I pitched. And so one year she was out there because when we would start the seasons, all the celebrities would come out that were doing. She was doing some show at the time. She was there with her daughter, and I ran up to her with a softball, and she signed my ball. She signed my softball.
Wow.
So I have an Eartha Kitt signed softball. How cool is that? I also have I know Lilius White.
Wow, that is very cool. Do you still have it? Where is it?
I have it somewhere. I'll find. I'm moving. I mean, not moving. I'm not moving everybody. I have to clear up my apartment because they have to do the ceilings and then move everything back in. So I'm sure I'll find it. How cool is that?
That is very cool.
Yeah. All right. So listen, we have to bring on our friend Dom Giovanni. He's been waiting in the wings so sweetly. But
he's got his clothes on.
I know, but you don't have to leave yet. You can come back and join us. But we want to give Dom his spotlight because he deserves it. So Mel, we'll bring you back in.
Okay, I'm gonna watch.
Yeah. Mel England, everybody. We love our Mel. Yay! Woohoo! Oh my God, we could talk for days. But I don't want Dominic to think we don't love him. We adore him, ladies and gentlemen. He is so sweet and talented, and he's a little ball of fire. Dominic Giovanni. Oh my God, my Italian brother, and Susie always says Lavinia. I'm sorry,
Lavinia.
Lavinia always says that he's her son.
Mm-hmm.
Dom Giovanni is my son. That's what she always says. He's my son. He tap dances with me, and is that right?
Dom is a headliner. He is a newsbreaker.
Go ahead, show us what we got.
Dom Giovanni cast the first non-traditional naked boy.
Mm-hmm.
So Dom, you are doing Naked Boy Singing off Broadway,
Yep.
and you have 2 weeks left to the show, right?
Yeah, we have 3 more performances the next 3 Saturdays before we close. The lease is up with the theater. That's not to say we're not going to move to another theater or reopen, but for now, for the foreseeable future, we're closing Naked Boys. It's been around for 23 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so Naked Boys Singing started in LA 23 years ago as an AIDS benefit, and it was such a hit in LA, they brought it to New York, and it's been around ever since. I'm the first body positive naked boy, body diverse naked boy
I love
that they've
that.
hired off Broadway. So
I
yeah.
love that. So if somebody does not know what Naked Boy Singing is and they're thinking, oh my God, what does that mean? Are there just naked boys singing, and what are they singing? Tell us
Yeah.
all about it.
Okay, so Naked Boys Singing is a musical review. So when they thought about the show in LA as this AIDS benefit, it was a bunch of different musical theater writers. They all wrote songs about being naked or about times in your life that you're naked. So like there's a song about a bris that I sing. There's a song about being in the locker room as a teenager and
Oh.
accidentally getting a hard on. There's a song about, so it's not necessarily sexual. It's very funny and very campy. There's a couple of sexier numbers. But yeah, it's just a really fun show. It has a lot of heart. And yeah, it's a good time. And yes, we are completely and fully naked.
Oh my God. I can't believe that. You're like
Yeah.
a son to most of us, Dominic. We would have to look like, I mean, I work on Saturday night, so that's
Mhm.
why I haven't been, but we would have to look like this. Wait a minute. That's Dominic. That's our child. But
Most of my friends got seats in the balcony, so it's, you know, from far enough away, you're just kind of looking at
right.
bodies at that point.
Well, but the thing is, you said body positive, which I love. I
Yes.
love that they've expanded these roles so that it's not just like your gym guy, right?
Right. It was usually either like a very, very thin twink in the queer community or like very muscly. And because of the sexual nature of the show or sexualized nature of the show, they've never really branched out and cast a body positive, a body diverse cast member. And it was totally a fluke. I go to the gym with one of the producers, and I was one day, the producer was talking about reopening after the pandemic in March. And well, I said, well, if you need a body positive naked boy, I'm available. And he laughed. And then he came back the next day and he said, do you want to do it? And at that point, I felt like obligated to say yes. I was excited, but also was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm really doing this. So
Wow, isn't
yeah.
that something about just putting
Mhm.
that out, half
Yeah.
joking, but
Yeah.
you know, I mean, that's a lesson for all of us that are in this business, you know. So there's lots of times where you run into people that you know, have shows or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with putting it out there. I mean, no pun intended, but you know, putting yourself out there, and that's what Dom did.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool,
Yeah.
Dom. So
It's
you've been doing it
crazy.
how long now?
Since March of last year. So
So it's almost a year.
Almost a year. Yep. It's every Saturday at 6 o'clock. If you want tickets, there's a discount code on Instagram, Naked Boys Singing NYC.
Oh wow, cool. Okay.
Yeah, on their Instagram page. And yeah, you can get tickets on their website. And it's just one show a week, just Saturdays
night.
at 6.
At 6.
Mhm.
Okay, great. Wow.
Mhm.
That is phenomenal, honey. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, it's
And
been a
that's
really great run.
Now you have done lots of different shows. I remember the last time we talked,
Mhm.
you were
It
doing
was the
you're a
Guys and
tapper.
Dolls.
Guys and Dolls. When
Yeah,
I think
it was
of you,
the
I
Tap
think
Guys
of
and Dolls.
you're a tapper,
Mhm.
right? And I
Yeah.
love that the promo that Leo makes the best promos for a show. He used one of your pictures that you were
Yeah.
dancing. So I love that. Because when I think of you as a dancer.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, I've been dancing longer than I've been doing anything else. I've been tapping. I've been dancing since I was 3 years old. Oh, there's me tapping at the stone wall.
Oh my God, I love it. Look at you go, Dom.
That's me.
Dom, have you ever, although I don't know, you know, uh, now I'm going blank again. 4th of July, the Cohen.
Oh
at the-
yes, I played there's actually a
George.
picture on the screen right now.
Okay.
I've actually played George M twice.
Thank you.
I
Thank you. That's, I was like, Dom would crush
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I played it when in middle school. I choreographed a production, the middle school production of
George M.
George
Cohen.
M.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was over 80 children in the show, and I starred as George M. And then I got to
Wow.
do it again, a really small production. There was just a cast of 4 in Pennsylvania, in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I played George M.
Yeah.
again.
I would,
Yeah.
if I were an agent, I'd be like, that kid, you'll always be a kid to me, but that guy needs to play George M. Cohen. So that's amazing. And so you did Guys and Dolls. And now, what you work at Marie's Crisis right?
Yeah, I work every Sunday at Marie's Crisis. So me and Dan Daly's been working on Sundays for over 20 years, and we started this whole thing. He calls me the bottom of the hour. So
Wow.
I sing at the bottom of every hour. So 10:30,
Oh,
11:30,
beautiful.
12:30, 1:30. I sing one song, sets past the tip bowl, and we have a good time.
Yeah.
Me and Dan, we spar back and forth, and it's a great night.
I love it, honey. Well, that's wonderful. Now, we wow, this hour is flying by. We have to do the food section of our show. You know, the go ahead, keep eating part. And Leo, I'm going to invite you back, and we're going to bring Mel England back in. Our friend Mel. Mel, this is Dominic. Dominic, this is.
Hi, Dominic.
Hi.
Yes, you Dom. We call him Dom, but I call him Dominic because he's like a son to me. But and then of course everybody knows Leo. So you guys are going to help me. Hold on a second. Do the food section of our show, which is called "Go Ahead, Keep Eating." So the on 1, 2, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go
ahead.
Keep
eating.
eating. All right. What did we make tonight? And that's another thing I'm a little worried about when I have to empty out my apartment. I won't be able to, wherever I do my show from, I won't be able to cook. But okay, so I'm on the keto. You were talking about the keto before, Mel, and
I've been on the Cheeto, but I'm getting back on the keto. Yeah.
You know what? Me too. I let myself be bad from like Thanksgiving to right the week after the second week in January. But now I'm back on it. So I made but that doesn't mean that I don't make delicious food. So I have to read what I put in it because I always forget. All right. So this is what I cooked. I made shrimp with fresh garlic, Turkish pepper, which is really amazing. It's this black pepper from Turkey that is so good. Chauncey gave it to me. Vidalia onions, red baby peppers, peas, lobster bouillon, and Old Bay. So, excuse me. That's what I made. And there's no carb. I mean, there's no anything in there, no rice or anything. So I'm just going to eat that the way it is. I mean, would I like some rice? Of course, but we'll deal with it. And then, you know, who doesn't want a pasta? I would really like some pasta with that, right? Jesus. But for a salad, I made a red leaf lettuce with orange peppers, baby beets.
Ooh, that looks so good.
I know, truffle brie and walnuts. I know Leo can't have the walnuts. And then I'm going to put roasted sesame oil, excuse me, and blackberry ginger balsamic vinegar. So that's good. I do love my salads. I think that's one of the reasons that I am not gigantic, because I eat like a pig, but I am very good about my vegetables. And for dessert, I don't really have a dessert per se tonight because I'm trying to get off the desserts, but I have fresh raspberries in the other room, and I'm going to have a couple of those.
That's great.
Yeah, and that's a nice keto meal for you. If you are someone that, you know, in January, I have always lost weight on the keto, and I want to get into my pants for Lori Lawrence benefit. which is February 8th at the Stonewall Inn. Me and a ton of my unbelievable friends. And Dom, you are welcome to join us if you like. We are doing a benefit for the Lori Lawrence Memorial Scholarship.
What is the date again?
Thursday, February 8th.
Okay.
And you can pay at the door. It's a suggested donation. I mean, if people don't know what to pay and they are like, well, what is everybody else paying? 25 is great. But if you don't have 25 and you just can give 10, that's great too. It just goes to an amazing cause. Then we have raffle tickets. So last year we had so much fun with the raffle because people donated a bunch of really great things. So if you're someone that can't make it, but you want to donate something, maybe you work at a restaurant or you work at a club and they want to donate a $25 gift certificate or something or more, whatever, we'll take that too. So we just want to raise money for these beautiful young people that deserve a chance. And Lori she was a big sister to two different wonderful girls that always show up. They always show up for these benefits. And it's really quite moving. And now we want to be, just because Lori's been gone, doesn't mean that her work is gone. So
that's great.
We pass on, although Lori was a very funny Italian woman. So I'm sure she's literally like an elf on the shelf everywhere we go. She was at all the piano bars and she was very funny. So anyway, that's what's happening. I also want to give a shout out to Adam Sank. He's gonna be doing his show Bad Dates in Palm Springs. Yep.
Oh,
He sold out twice. He sold them out.
I know, sold them out. Great. And he just won 2 awards from BroadwayWorld.com for best spoken word and best non-musical or something. So he's a great guy. He's our friend. So go and see him if you're in the Palm Springs area. Go see my friend at Paul Bar. Go see Paul.
Paul. Hey, Maria, listen, you need to go because Paul has just enough space there that he can have a little microphone, and I don't know, they can get somebody with a keyboard. You need to go perform there.
You're kidding me. Is it big enough to perform there?
He's had people perform there. It's like just in the side, look,
Yeah.
you're New Yorkers. You can do it,
How fun would that
seriously.
be?
Yeah, please.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
can I just say, I just want to say, Dom, I am so inspired by you. And I'm so glad that it's like, what a great thing. In 2009, I came out as openly HIV positive at a time that nobody in an off-Broadway show, and nobody was coming out at that point. And it's so funny because when you're the person that cuts that path, it creates paths for so many more people. And I'm so inspired. Like you're going to that's a sea change. In something that I'm just so congratulations.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
really cool. It's true. It's like one person takes a risk, we watch, and then you're like, I'm going to take a risk too. And this is what I can take a risk with, and what do I have to bring to the table that I'm maybe, have kept close to the vest, or it's really cool. I love it. I'm with you, Mel, on this. And Dom's a really sweet guy. He's always nice and supportive.
What's been really magical is the messages from people that I've been getting after the show that are just so happy to see people like them on stage that represented and sexy and and that in this type of show. So it's been really cool.
Now I'm getting emotional.
You better stop it right now, Mel, because you started the show by making me cry. I didn't. Then we were crying together. Now Dominic's here and we're crying again. What do you think, Leo?
Oh, we can't hear you.
You're muted, Leo.
Oh,
little Leo Rodriguez, you're muted.
And I forgot what I said. No, I didn't say. I think it's amazing because there's somebody on stage now that looks like us that's watching.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take?
23 years.
Yeah.
And thank you, Dom, for being like, F that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
time.
And you know what? There's always somebody that's shy about something. There's always somebody that says, nah, not me, not me. And then all of a sudden, somebody else does it. Has to be the groundbreaker, right? And there you go. Anyway, we are so happy that you guys came on. Now, you know I like to do my thing where you guys leave me with a positive. What is that banging?
Is somebody stapling?
Oh, do you know what? It's my radiator.
Oh my God.
Oh, New York.
I said to myself, something scary is either happening or someone is shoveling snow or I don't know. Oh, it's the radiator. I love that. All right. So we are going to leave everybody with something. I always say, what would you, to the creative people listening to this show that need a little inspiration, what is something you would leave them with as a creative person so that to inspire them? Why don't we start with Mel?
What would I say to a creative person to inspire them? I would say, believe in your dreams and don't let anybody take them from you, no matter what. You know, I survived AIDS. I almost died, and I never thought that I would be off Broadway telling my story. I never thought I would be making movies. I never thought that I would have this apartment with radiator. You know, like I thought I was going to be dead. Seriously, so it's all possible. Just keep going.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that. Leo, how about you?
Exactly. You got to keep going. You got to believe in yourself because no one else is going to do it unless you do it first.
I love
that. You got to catch that little fire, that flame, and just blow on it, let it burn, and then let other people be ignited and warmed by your fire and keep going.
I love that. Dominic, what do you think, buddy? What are you going to leave us with?
So I watched these like tarot card readings on YouTube, and this tarot card reader said this, and it literally changed my life. Whatever is truly meant for you will never pass you by. Whatever is truly meant for you will never pass you by. So the things that you don't get that you think you wanted or that you were really pining for, there's a reason why you don't have them. It's because it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be yours. And there's always a positive reason why that is the way it is. So whatever's truly meant for you will never pass you by.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And you know what? I'm going to say, because I try to go with exactly where I'm at. Today, I was kind of like in a really cranky mood because I have a lot on my plate right now and that I don't want to do. So I was like, oh, why do I have to blah, blah, blah? Why am I? And I said, right now, I stopped myself in my tracks on my elevator and I said, you have it better than most in the world. Make a gratitude list. You live in New York City. You get to create things. You have jobs you love. You have love in your life. Stop bitching about what's not right and start looking at what is right in your life. You know, because I and also where we're not, you know, like, oh, I haven't done this yet. Stop right there. And I love what you said, Dom, about things will not pass you by. There's I read a lot of biographies. That's my favorite thing to read. And a lot of people that came from real hardship always had that person in their ear, like their grandmother, a teacher, someone that was like, don't worry, honey, if it's yours, it'll be yours, you know? And I think that that's what it is. Keep working hard at whatever you do. Don't count don't rest on your laurels. Never, ever get cocky. That is the worst thing you can get. Just be grateful, stay humble, and good things will come to you.
And if you plug away, you might get to be in Maria's calendar.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm naked every week.
I know.
Hey, come on, Dom and me. We're just saying.
Listen, I'm going to have to, you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have months where there are several people in the month. Because sometimes, like you and Terry may have to share a month. Dom, maybe you and a couple of people. I'm telling you, people, there's a lot. It's already almost full now for 2025. But I love it. I love it. I love you guys. Leo, my rock, my guy
Leo.
Friday. And by the way, if you need websites, Leo is your guy. He creates, builds, maintains, revamps, does beautiful work on websites. Okay, so don't forget him out there. We appreciate you. Michael Rodriguez has joined us. Hi, Michael Rodriguez. No relation to Leo. Who else? Tom Michael has joined us. I don't think I missed anyone else. Please come back every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern for What's the Story with Maria. We love and appreciate you. Thank you, guys.
Love you.